Everybody, I'm Peter with CruiserX, and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we wanted to talk about tipping. There is a lot of questions that surround it. Should I tip my cabin steward above and beyond what's already built into the cruise? Should I tip the bartenders every time I take a drink? Who else do I need to tip, and do I need to tip anything additional at all? There's a lot of information surrounding this topic. We thought we'd dig into it. Go ahead and roll the intro. First and foremost, please be sure to like this video, click on the subscribe button below, and make sure that you click the notification button as well. We will also be giving away a cruise for two from among our first 1,000 subscribers. So if you want a free cruise, all you need to do is subscribe for a chance to win that cruise. Everybody is welcome at CruiserX, even Dallas Cowboy fans. You guys are welcome as well. So a disclosure for this video. Every cruise line is different on how they handle built-in tip charges. So it would be impossible in one video to go through each and every cruise line and say, here's what they charge, here's how they distribute it among the crew. It is also something that is extremely personal. What one person does may not be what you want to do, and that's totally fine. At the end of the day, tipping is up to you. So with this video, we're just going to dig into some of the common practices, but the takeaway you should take from this video is just some more information that you can use on your next cruise so that you're totally happy. Cruise lines charge typically between $14 and $18 per day per passenger for tips, and this is something that's built into your account. So if you're on this ship, you can go into your TV, look at your account charges, and you'll see those charges added in there. Here are some examples right now of what those charges are by cruise line. So on a typical 7-day cruise, your tip charges may be as much as $161 per person for that cruise. Now you have the right at any time to go down to guest relations, ask them to remove those charges. You can even increase them depending on if you just wanted to tip directly to each crew member. You have the right to do that, so they won't force you into anything one way or the other. So how do the cruise lines break out the tips that you're providing to their staff? Well, here's one example. On a $15 charge, $7 is going to go to your room steward, $5 is going to go to the dining room staff, and then $3 will be divided equally among the customer-facing staff on the ship. And once again, this is not every cruise line out there, just typically what you'll find among the bigger cruise lines. An example of what we do personally on a recent cruise, about 3 weeks ago, we were on Equinox. And I like to make sure that the fridge in the room is always stocked with soda, bottled water, things like that. And this is above and beyond what the cabin steward should be expected to do. And I know it's an imposition on his or her time to do that. So when we first meet, when we first get on the ship, we get in the room, they come down, typically introduce themselves, kind of go through everything in the room, make sure you know how to work everything. I give that person, I hand them typically a $100 bill, ask them to keep the fridge stocked. And since I know, like I said, it's really an imposition on their time, I want to make sure that they know that I appreciate it. It's a lot of work for them, and I don't expect them to do it for free. In researching this video, there were 4 common questions that I ran across in different sources, so I thought I would address those in this video. So the first question was, are tips included in the prepaid drink packages? The answer is not necessarily. Disney does have, cruise lines like Disney do have standalone gratuity packages that you can buy. On Royal Caribbean, the drink package does cover tips for the bar staff, but it doesn't cover tips for everybody else. So that's important to keep in mind. If you do buy the drink package, you are covering tips for the bar staff, but you're not taking care of any of the other customer-facing staff on the ship. Question number 2, should I tip the porter? Well, this brings up 2 points. First of all, you're crazy if you don't get a porter. when we came back from a recent cruise out of the port of Miami, we did what we always do, and we got the porter. And the great thing about getting the porter is that they can cut lines. So we loaded up our luggage, and when we got outside of the terminal, we had to go to an elevator to go up to get to where we had our car parked. And there was a huge line, and I want to say that line was at least 50 yards long. It was that long a line. But these porters don't have to wait in line, so they're able to cut right in. So we were just following him, and he cut right in, went right to the elevator, and we went straight up. So the average amount that we tip is $5 a bag. That seems to be pretty standard. They don't work for the cruise line. They're independent, so they're not getting any benefit from the tips that you're paying on the cruise ship. So it is important to tip them. And again, about $5 per bag. Or if you feel like being even more generous, that's totally up to you. Question number 3, should I tip the bartender? Now, we already talked about the fact that the tips in the drink package typically do cover the bartenders, and the tips that you pay in the overall tips that you're getting charged daily do cover the bartenders as well. But if they do something special, you know, it's definitely worthwhile taking care of them. Watch this. So in that case, that was obviously something very special. We didn't even ask him for that. When we showed up at the bar, we had seen him the night before, and he said, "Hey, wait here. I've got something very special for you." So it was great. Everyone at the bar enjoyed it, and we definitely took care of them. Question number 4, should I tip inside the spa? Well, that's a personal question because typically the spa already has a gratuity of 18 to 20% built into it. So if the masseuse did a really great job, if they maybe gave you a longer massage than you had anticipated, or if you were getting a manicure, pedicure, a facial, any other treatment, and you thought it was better than you had anticipated, then yeah, maybe go ahead and tip on top of that. Other than that, there is more than likely a gratuity built into it, so no need to tip any further. They will more than likely try and sell you something at the end. I know at Royal Caribbean, at the end of the massage, they leave, you change, they come back in, and they bring out the ointments, the oils that they used on you, hoping that you'll buy some and take them home. So you need to be prepared for that. A lot of people don't like that. You know, whatever, I don't buy it, but I'm not going to not listen to their spiel, and it's really not that big a deal. So here's the bottom line on tipping on a cruise ship. Some cruise lines are tip-free. So, for example, Virgin Cruises has several cruises where the tips, everything's built in, and you're not expected to tip anything outside of that. Some cruise lines like Disney offer prepaid gratuity packages. Royal does that as well. Celebrity does that as well. You can go down to the guest relations. You can remove the automatic tipping. You can increase the automatic tipping and just tip on your own. Essentially, it's important to remember that these folks that work on the cruise ships are away from their families for a long time. Contracts can be 6 months long. They're there to make a living. They work hard. If you see someone going above and beyond where they're really trying to make your cruise extra special, and you sense that and you see it, then a few extra dollars out of your pocket is not going to break your bank, but it could make all the difference in the world to them and help them support their family. We hope you got a lot out of this video. We will see you in the next video.